Baby, my name is Ross Mandel, and welcome to the show today. I'm coming to you live from Boca Raton, Florida. We're at 5-Star Entertainment here in Mammoth Studios. I am coming to you uncut, unedited. I'm uncensored. I'm unfiltered. I'm entirely unrehearsed. And I am still, I'm under arrest. Why am I wearing these dark glasses, you might want to know. It's because today, I'm hot. I am hot. I've been so hot, I shouldn't even be standing here in front of you guys, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, in spite of my better judgment. So much for the shades. How are you? How are you? All right. I just want to take a stand here and say, May 21st, 2011, God is coming to earth. He's not happy. Noah's Ark, that kind of a thing. This is not my theory. I am just relaying to you what some Bible thumpers, really religious, fanatical people, I believe they're Christian, they are saying this. It's on the internet. It's on Facebook. It's out there. Check it out. I wasn't clear yesterday. I don't know. I thought I was pretty goddamn clear. May 21st, 2011 is Judgment Day. Now, I thought I'd take a few minutes and say, hey, I gotta take a deep breath. My blood was boiling today. Reading the newspaper, listening to the news, watching the stock markets. I tell you, it drives me crazy. So I figured what I do is I'd be calm. I'd find my chi. I would try and stay positive. And I'm just going to share with you, not necessarily my thoughts, but some of the thoughts from this leading New York newspaper, the New York Post. Before we get into it, I want to give a quick shout out. Rob Gilbert, what a great dinner we had the other night. Big Al Lewis, thank you. I love you. I mean, I said yesterday, how great is Facebook? 30 years later, Big Al and I are in touch, communicating. It's fantastic. Now, front page, Don Travolta. You know, I just want everybody to know, it's Friday, it's January 28th, 2011. As you know, March 14th is my trial date. I'm not hiding. Are you? John Travolta had dinner with John Gotti Jr. last night in California. It seems that he has won. He is going to be the guy. He's the actor that is going to play John Gotti in a new Hollywood movie called Gotti, produced by John Gotti Jr. and others. There were several leading men like Sylvester Stallone and others. He would have been a pretty great Gotti, by the way. But they went with John Travolta. They're now calling him Don Travolta. Now, it's Travolta's mob scene, you see? Who could make this kind of thing up? I'm telling you, it's a fantastic story. And thoughts, comments, questions, send them to me. RossMandel.com, Ross@RossMandel.com. As you have figured out, I am on the Facebook, baby. All right. We're going to keep this thing moving quickly because I'm getting criticized. I take my time. Today, on television, they were showing scenes from Cairo, Egypt. It would seem that there's civil unrest, huge nationwide protests. The cops, the military is out shooting at these crowds with the rubber bullets. Ouch. And it seems they're trying to get their president, Mubarak, out of office. And just so you guys know, he's an American puppet. He's really tight with this country and the leaders of this country. He plays ball with Washington. He plays ball with Israel. And they're coming after him, big time. Markets are down for the first time in a little while. I mean, you got to be an idiot to take the risk of the markets right now. Because this is what we said. There's so much danger in the world, so much risk. What are you, nuts? Okay. Now, Yemen, there was an uprising as well in Yemen. And if you know, Saudi Arabia is wedged right between those countries. And that's where most of the oil comes from in our free world. So obviously there's a lot of stress. This could lead to a war, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying there's anybody in Washington that would want a war. right? I gotta mind my manners today. I'm hot. I'm so hot. I gotta be calm, right? Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about an investigation that was done, okay? You know, I love the way they chose to investigate me. Rogues Gallery. Lots of culprits around the '08 crisis. You want to know why the housing market failed? The banks failed. The entire economy of the United States failed. The stock markets failed. Why all of that happened? They had an investigation. They formed a commission of smart, independent guys, and they found Alan Greenspan, you know, ex-Treasury Secretary Hank Paulson, who was the Goldman Sachs CEO. They also named Lloyd Blankfein the Goldman CEO. And the Treasury boss, Tim Geithner, who's ex-Goldman Sachs. I mean, seems like everybody comes out of Goldman Sachs. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just talking facts, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just talking facts. They talk about the AIG crisis. They say how, you know, it turns out that Goldman Sachs said they didn't get any of that money. Turns out they got several $billion. It's been revealed here. Nobody's been charged. Nobody's been perp walked. I'm going to trial March 14th. How about you? America, wake up. Wake up, America. If you want to know why you lost your money, your pensions and your 401ks are in the crapper, why and how they're manipulating these markets like crazy today to suck you in, it's a horror what's going on. Go to YouTube, Ross H. Mandel at YouTube.com, and watch some of my prior webcasts. I want to say forecasts. You're going to see that those were prophecies. It's a horror. Now, Rogues Gallery. It's very clear to some why all this shit went down. Now, what have I been telling you guys? Probably the most popular entertainer in this country is a guy named Charlie Sheen. As you know, I spent a lot of time talking about Mr. Sheen. And people have criticized me. They say, you're a bully. Why are you picking on him? I want Charlie to get help. He is the star of the most lucrative, most popular television show in America today, 2.5 Men. And he's terrific. And this is a guy that has had lifelong problems with drugs and alcohol, violence against women, things like that, pornography. All this stuff I've been talking to you about for the last 2 weeks, with the 12 steps right behind me. Charlie has been in and out of the program many times. He goes into the program. He's abstinent from drugs and alcohol. He stops beating up women because he's not insane anymore. And he finds a wife and he has children and he stars in movies and he builds the best TV shows on television. And then he falls down. He doesn't slip a little. This guy gets divorced. He beats women. He gets arrested. They say in an interview he spent 2 days and nights with 3 porn stars. Okay? Casey Jordan, 22, who's smoking hot, by the way. I just call him the way I see him. Don't take this the wrong way. Smoking hot. Charlie spent a year looking for her, according to reports, news reports. She was interviewed extensively by TMZ. She was probably still high, which is, she was probably telling as much of the truth as she understood. Casey Jordan talks about her night with Charlie Sheen. She'd never seen a man consume that much alcohol and cocaine. They were smoking rocks of cocaine the size of my fist. I got a pretty nice sized fist, everybody. Okay? It's a sick thing. It's a terrible thing. He was rushed to the hospital, was taken out on a stretcher, Cedars-Sinai Hospital, in a blackout in the emergency room there. They say he's going to be okay, but you can't believe a word they say. Who's they? Who's the mysterious they? They're protecting him. CBS is very concerned, but he's done nothing to break his contract. A briefcase full of cocaine. How many guys, how many young men and women are sitting in prison today for 20 years for possession of less drugs than Charlie Sheen had in his house, on him, in his possession, was eyewitnessed and whatnot? Imagine your kids are in prison. And this guy, you know, everybody feels sorry for this guy. It's terrible what's going on in this country. It's disgusting. Now, more importantly, this man needs help. October 27th, I did an entire broadcast about him. I said he's going to die. He is going to be dead. His agent doesn't give a shit. The network doesn't seem to give a shit. Somebody's got to help this guy. He needs to be in a lockdown 24/7, on a suicide watch, in intensive therapy, in up to his neck in the 12 steps. This is an incredibly sick guy. The problem is his show generates hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars for CBS, which is a great network, by the way. I love you, CBS. You got to go where your bread is buttered, ladies and gentlemen. I'm begging somebody out there to help this man. I'm not breaking his anonymity. Are you kidding? This guy is on international news, every network. Somebody must help this man. He must be locked down. If he refuses, then the police should lock him up for his own safety. Is there a judge out there, a prosecutor? Or are you all looking at me? It's crazy. Charlie, I'm praying for you. If you need a sober coach, a real beast, I'm here, and I'm happy to take on the job. I'm begging you. You got to go into lockdown. You got to just, you're committing suicide. You're killing the people that love you, and there's no way out. You have a fatal disease. Dude, I feel it. I've got the same disease. My name is Ross Mandel. The website, rossmandel.com. My personal email is ross@rossmandel.com. Keep sending me the mail. Haters are cowards, and cowards are haters. Don't be anonymous. Say if you don't like me, say it. Don't hide. I'm not hiding. Why are you hiding? Again, rossmandel.com. As you know, I'm on Facebook. What can I tell you? We got culprits that are responsible for the '08 crisis and then some. Charlie, you got to get well, dude. John Travolta, power to you, the next Gotti. So proud. You know, I grew up with you. Saturday Night Fever, Grease and all that. You're the man. It's great to see everybody. I want everybody to have a great, great weekend, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much.